Okay, I'm going to put the zip on, so put some water across the top. And then here's my zip here. Fingers crossed I can lift it off well. Oh bugger, that bit dropped, that's annoying. Okay, I'm going to chop, oh, I need to get my knife. Okay, I'm going to chop a little bit off, but then I'm going to also leave a little bit, because it usually there's like a little bit at the end. Oh God, gotta be careful. And then I'm sort of going to put a little hole there, just sort of flick that up like that. So I just use that tool and just sort of put in a little hole at the bottom. I have to let that dry before trying to kick that up. It's fine, I'm going to stick this bit back on. I'll chop the end off. They dry a bit, I can kick that off. Right, I'm going to start to make the zip. So I've just chopped out, I've rolled it, it's not too thin, and I'm just going to cut a little rectangle. And I'll just use this tool to sort of tidy it up a little bit. Right, I'm going to get out some of my chocolate brown. Okay, to make like the leathery bit that sort of attaches onto the zip, I've got my dark chocolate. I'm going to roll it into sort of a cone shape like that, and then I'm going to sort of flatten it out. Just use the end of your paintbrush. So it's kind of like a flattened teardrop shape. And then at the small end, just make a little hole. There you go, like that. I'm just going to let it sit there. These colours are quite sticky, so I'm just going to let it sit there for a little bit, and then I'll attach it. Okay, here we have the cake. I'm going to put the zip part here, not the zip, the little rectangle that I made. Just going to put that up there. And then, right, so you can see this is what I did. This is like the little leather bit. I've also rolled out a bit of the lighter brown. This is sort of going to be the chain part that goes through it. So I'm going to put our little sausage. Okay, so we'll put that through there, so that it's kind of, you know, this is going to be the link part. Oh, my hands are getting so sticky. Right, okay, and then, so, I'm going to just trim it and then I'm going to stick it on. Right, so I'll dab a little bit. Oh, I think I got too much water. Okay, so there's a bit of water. So you can sort of see what I've done now. I'm just going to use my fingers to kind of link that around. Okay, and then I sort of want that to have a bit of movement. It's sort of starting to dry. I can't really put anything under it. I might see if I can find a vase or something to put under it. The rest of that's fine. And then I'm just going to put a little hole at the top. There you go, so you can see a bit better. Just here. Just 2 little holes like that. I'm going to see if I can find something for that. Woohoo, look what I found. Perfect. So, there we go. I'm going to leave that like that to dry. And perfect. Okay, next step is to make the handles. I've got this wire, this florist wire, which I'm just going to get. This is quite flimsy florist wire, so I'm actually going to join. I'm going to just tape them up. I've got 6 here. I'm going to tape these up together just using a bit of sticky tape, or florist tape is what you should use, but I don't have it, so yeah, I'm going to tape it up just so it's all one. Okay, I've got my florist wire that I've covered with sticky tape. I'm going to put this in the middle, little sausage, and then roll another one out on top, and then just roll it around. Just get it to the right thickness. It's going to be thicker than the trimming. Thicker than the trimming, but you know, handle thickness. Picking up little bits on here. Okay, so I'm going to just get my 2 even, and then I'll show you. I want to have that sort of, what's that, 2 or 3 centimeters at either side. Okay, so I've rolled out my handles, got the wire inside with about a couple of centimeters gap on either side. Just got something round. I guess you just need a little container, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend it around so that the wire kind of takes place, takes shape. Bend that. Bend that, and then I'm going to stick it in the cake. Okay, I've just stuck the first one in. What I've done is I've measured 6 centimeters from each side in, and just made a little mark just so I can sort of do it evenly. I'm going to take my other one here, and then you just stick in the wire. I need to dab a bit of water. I probably should have done it a bit closer together than that, but that's okay. And then I'm actually going to put a bit of water, and I'm going to put a bit of water and just sort of join the 2, stick the 2 together. And that's just a bit of extra support there. I've just dripped water on the cake, that's annoying. Okay, and that is the handles done. Okay, this is just a bit of a bird's eye view. I've got my stitching tool here, And I'm just stitching over the top, as you can see. Oh, didn't do a very good job of that one. Anyway, just to give it a bit of extra texture to look a bit better. So yeah, I'll just do the other one. Okay, so I've rolled out a thin sausage here. Just use my fondant smoother, and I've rolled out 2 strips about the thickness of the straps, the handles on the bar. And then I'm going to chop my sausage in half, and there you go. Put that like that and fold that over like that. Just sort of trim that like that. That's about the same. Okay, and then I'll do the same here. That's annoying, there's a little mark on that one. Do that one that way. Okay, so you can see where I've sort of added them. I need to fix it up so it doesn't look so wonky. Just stuck them on here, stuck them on there. And sort of got that linking up around. I will probably just lift that up a little bit so it doesn't look so wonky. And yeah, that's just all attached with water. Okay, I've just used one of my biggest circle cutters. It's actually the second biggest. I'm going to sort of make this shape and cut 2 out. These are going to go on top of the buckles. My test run to start with. Right, and then tidy up the rough edges with this tool. Great. They're a little bit uneven, but they'll just have to do. Right, then I'm just going to go attach those. I'm going to add the next bit on. I'm just going to flatten this quite a bit at the bottom, and then just sort of bring it. Oh. I'll get my tool, tidy that up in a sec. Okay, so next step, I'm just going to tidy it up using this tool, and then I'm going to use the stitching tool. Okay, so you can see I've done the stitching tool. Oh, it looks a little bit wonky on this side anyway. And then I've just used the end of a paintbrush and just put in the, it's easy to look at it like that. Put in the 3 holes so you can sort of see it a bit better that way. Look, I stuffed up that stitching as well. Anyway, I'll try and tidy that up a little bit. Okay, so I've just added this to join the seam. See how my other one is off a bit? I really should have made, this is, you know, a note for you next time to do the other one straight across. It was really silly. Oh well, okay, my last thing is, see how I've got some marks here from where I've spilt water and it just looks a bit dusty? I'm actually going to use this, like glaze, so what's it called? Flower and leaf glaze. That'll make it look shiny. I mean, it's not a shiny, there you go, you can see where I've started painting it. You know, that would be if you were doing like a Chanel bag or one of those shiny looking bags. I guess this isn't really one of those, but I'm just going to do it because it's just going to make it look a lot nicer and sort of, you know, clear up the mistakes. You can see as well, see there where I put the water to put on the piping details. You can see it look like that. So look, I just think it'll just, yeah, make it stand out a bit more and just look a bit better. Okay, just to show you, I've painted half of it, and just to show you that difference, bit of my reflection in there as well. Anyway.